Now let's understand the second situation. What will happen if a firm bear losses? Earlier we studied about supernormal profit. Now we are studying about the second situation, that what will happen if a firm bear losses. So on x-axis I have plotted output and on y-axis I have plotted price. Okay, and this is the price line, okay, or the MR or AR curve. So OP is the price at OC output. This is C. Okay, this is C. And if I plot MC curve, okay, here, so we can achieve total revenue, right? I've told you earlier also, how do we achieve total revenue? By calculating the area of this rectangle, which will be obviously length into breadth. So here in this case it will be price into quantity, right? So we'll get total revenue. Okay, and where we are achieving equilibrium, we achieve equilibrium at point A, because both the conditions are met here. First, MR is equal to MC at this point, right? And MC curve cuts the MR curve from below. Okay, so both the conditions are met here. So A will be the equilibrium point. Now MC curve cuts MR curve from below. Now let's see AC curve. Okay, this AC curve. Suppose this is our AC curve. Okay, at OC output, AC, this AC, okay, at OC output, AC is the average revenue. This is the average revenue. Let me do it here more clearly for you all to understand. So AC is the average revenue and BC, this whole, okay, it will be the average cost. So at OC output, O, P, A, C, okay, O, P, A, C is the total revenue, whereas O, P1, B, C, okay, O, P1, B, C is the total cost. Okay, so the upper rectangle is of cost and the lower rectangle is of revenue. Okay, so the shaded region represents losses. Understood? The shaded region, this one, it represents losses. Why? Because cost is greater than revenue. Understood? So it can be said that a firm is bearing losses, obviously, because cost is greater than revenue. So what will happen? The firm will bear losses. Understood? Now let's assume this is our AC curve. This one is our AC curve and this is our average variable cost curve. Okay, and the distance between them, between average cost and average variable cost, is average fixed cost. Okay, so at OC output, this is C point, so at OC output, IC, this point is I. IC is the average variable cost. Okay, and IB, this is the average fixed cost. Again I am repeating, at OC output, okay, IC is the average variable cost and IB is the average fixed cost. So you can see that our firm is covering a part of AFC. Our firm is covering a part of average fixed cost, okay, which is AI. This is a part of average fixed cost which our firm is able to recover, okay, but it is not able to recover a part of AFC which is this, okay. So it is the loss for the firm. It will be the loss for the firm. But if our firm stops production, it will not be able to cover total fixed cost, right? If it stops production, will it be able to cover total fixed cost? No, it will not be able to cover total fixed cost. Average variable cost is not possible if the firm stops production, okay. But fixed cost will be there, correct? So if our firm has taken capital, so whatever interest has to be paid, it has to be paid by the entrepreneur. So if demand decreases in the market, okay, again I am repeating, so if in case demand decreases in the market, so what will happen? Obviously the prices will also decrease, so demand curve will shift downwards, right? Now where will it shift? This. It shifted downwards, okay. So at OP2 price, what is OP2? This OP2 price, E is the equilibrium point. This E, it is the equilibrium point because both the conditions are met here. Conditions of what? Of achieving equilibrium. What are those two conditions? Again I am repeating, MR should be equal to MC and MC curve should cut MR curve from below. So this has become our MR and AR curve now, okay. So both the conditions are met here. So in case if the demand decreases and the prices also falls down, so this becomes our equilibrium point. Understood? So how much revenue will it earn now in this case? How much revenue will it earn? It will earn OP2 EQ, correct? It will do this, it will correct this revenue, OP2 EQ. So at OQ output, JQ, this point is JQ. At OQ output, JQ is the average variable cost, okay. At JQ output, OQ output, sorry, JQ is the average variable cost it is achieving, and EJ, this smaller part, is the average fixed cost that it is recovering, correct? So it will not stop production till it is able to recover fixed cost, okay. Again I am repeating, this firm or any firm will not stop production till it is able to recover its fixed cost. Now let's assume that demand again decreases in the market and so do the prices fall, obviously. Now again what will happen? Price line will shift a bit lower. Our price line was here, okay, now it will shift lower here, okay, it moved here, and prices becomes OP3. Now our firm produces OQ1. So at OP3 prices, our firm produces OQ1 quantity, and average variable cost is SQ1. Okay, this will be our average variable cost, correct? So our firm is able to cover its variable cost. So S will be our shutdown point. Okay, this will be our shutdown point. It is called shutdown point because if prices goes down below this point, so our firm will not be able to cover its variable cost too, like the charges of raw material, wages of the labor. It will not be able to recover all this variable cost. So firm will stop production when prices goes down below average variable cost. Okay, so when average revenue is lesser than average cost, firm will bear losses, or it can be said when price is lesser than average cost, firm will bear losses. Okay, understood? I hope you all have understood this. Second situation, in perfect competition, that what will happen if a firm bear losses.